I had a feeling he would be my next Diecast review. Alright. So, hey guys, it's me, Kirby Tankson, the Epic Cars Gamer back. Now, real quick, before I get into the Diecast review, I just want to say a few things. So as much as I love doing the script and everything, I am starting to feel burnt out. So I'm giving all the voice lines away since the script is done. However, after I'm done giving them out, I'm going to take a break for a week or two. Then I will start filming the stop motion. As of the time I am recording this, I have not started any pictures whatsoever. So I have not even started. I just wanted to get the recordings out of the way so that way I would know when to record and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. And I'll explain what I'm working on since the lines have made a bunch of you curious and stuff. So yeah. And another warning, when looking at the comments, if you're somebody who's not voicing a character, you might want to avoid a few of the comments so that way nothing gets spoiled, you know. I'm gonna give a community post on what I'm doing soon. So yeah. Anyways, back to the Diecast review. So Raoul, I really like this guy a lot. Obviously, in the movie, almost all the World Grand Prix racers are red shirts, except for Lightning McQueen and Francesco Bernoulli, and the two fictional counterparts, Jeff Corvette and Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is not actually a fictional name. He's actually a real life driver. I heard his original name was going to be Revington. Lewis Hamilton might have got me introduced to the real life Lewis Hamilton, but I'm kind of disappointed that, we didn't clarify his name or anything, I want him to feel kind of different from the real life Lewis Hamilton. You know what I mean? But that's not the point. The point is, so Raoul. Now, they're all red shirts in the movie, but in the video game, in the Cars 2 video game, they actually do speak. They have certain voice clips. Only a couple of them speak in cutscenes, but some of them actually have like speaking voice clips, including this guy's. Raoul. So Raoul is definitely one of my favorite diecasts, and he's one of my mains in the video game as well. I know he actually appeared in the movie, so I'm not focusing way too much on the game. I mean, even though he's actually got a voice in the game and actually speaks in the game, along with almost every other WeGP racer except Rip. He's the only one without a confirmed voice. But as for Raoul here, he was obviously in the game, and he's okay. So I love his design. Okay, his design, it really inspires me. Okay, guys, obviously it's the French flag, and but there's a lot I like about Raoul. He's a French racer. He actually did speak in the Cars 2 International French version of Cars 2. But in the video game, he has an English voice. I mean, it's still a French voice, but he says stuff in English. So I love his design, I love his name, and I love his personality. Again, in the game. I'm sorry if I'm focusing on the game a little too much. I mean to be focusing on the movie, but it's just with the game, he's not a red shirt or anything, So with Raoul, there's a lot I really like about him, So yeah, and when watching, and well, so it kind of reminds me of that one racer who challenged Ricky Bobby, John Gerard. Obviously, I watched Talladega Nights back in 2021. First time I ever watched it was 2021. And obviously, we all knew who John Gerard was. And then, about almost actually a year later, I realized that Raoul, and John Gerard are both French. So Raoul's kind of starting to remind me of John Gerard a lot. I mean, he's more friendly than John. I mean, you don't think that every racer in the Cars franchise agonizes McQueen, and obviously I don't think Raoul's an exception or anything. I might be wrong about this one, but I think clearly his model, he's supposed to be designed after a Honda. It kind of looks like one of the cars my mom's obsessed with. The Honda Odyssey. And I could kind of see why he would look like an Honda Odyssey. If you guys don't know what a Honda Odyssey is, I'd recommend you go Google it and just see an image of it and then compare it to Raoul. Tell me if you think the manufacturer is actually a Honda Odyssey, or if it's not, just tell me what I'm supposed to think it is. I don't know. But yeah. So, anyways, let's get into the review. So we have the top here. We got this one thing I would really wish with this engine at the top. I wish we could kind of color this part of it. Could put a line like right about here, and then through that hole we put a whole coloring of black in there, just to make the engine look more realistic on the diecast and such. In fact, there is a couple things inaccurate about the diecast compared to the movie. He has this black line over his head, and it's not on the diecast for some reason. I don't know what it is with inconsistent diecast. Like, Mattel, seriously? Obviously, like I discussed in my first diecast review, Chase Racelot, doesn't have the championship logo, unlike real life Chase Elliott. And it's not just one of my videos that explain this. It's also, there's also more. Miguel Camino has a black spoiler, not a red one. Nick Shift, more inaccurate colors. Punchy Wipeout, black eye. The list goes on. I mean, I don't know what it is. But anyways, yeah. Like the side view mirrors here. Of course, race cars don't need headlights or mirrors, clearly. Because I never see any actual real-life race cars with mirrors. But rally cars are kind of an exception because they race in the dark sometimes. And plus it'd be easier for them to see. Obviously, we got the sides here. Silver rims. That looks really good on him. Love it. Love it. Obviously, we got the all-in-all right here. Along with the World Grand Prix. And we've got the 06 right here. I really don't have any Raoul models to compare them to. I did have this one ice racer, but something happened to it or something. I don't know, but yeah. I never really cared way too much for the ice racer one because Mattel just looks at it and they're like, oh, well, our job just got easier, I mean, obviously Raoul is so much blue that it just makes it easier for them. Alright, now we got the back right here. Obviously powered by All in All. That went to jail along with the lemons and stuff. And I hope All in All burns in hell. Burns in hell, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. And the other side, just the same as the other side as well. So we got this right here. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be it, guys. And let me know your thoughts. What's Raoul's manufacturer? Um, how do you feel about the inconsistency with the line and such not being here? What are your thoughts on this guy? Is he actually a Honda Odyssey? Etc. etc. Please tell me in the comments. I'd like it if you would leave a like and maybe even subscribe. Any dislikes I get are probably just one of the lemons who just wants me to review them. Or they're just mad at me because I hope all in all burns in hell. Well, you guys made it just to blow up race cars. So, yeah.